I mean, the perspectivity is very important because more or less, if we have to work on the theater, more or less we have to put somewhere the vanishing point and to have the perspectivity of the view of the audience and of the spectators. So, especially to the Italian stage that we are now, and we exercise it, will examine it, and today we will speak about what is happening on stage. And okay, let's start the sharing. Excuse me. Show now. Okay. The sound and share. You're okay now? You can see the big one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. And it changed?
Yes.
Ioana, Lazi?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Lazi.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So now, today we look at the Italian stage, often known as a proscenium theater, as we mentioned to the previous meetings. We shall look at it in detail because it is the most typical plan and stage, and all the other types of theaters have a tiny or large portion of the Italian stage due to the frontal view they have. Second, these theaters have the most clever, the most tricky, intriguing machinery compared to the other theaters. Also, for the future tasks, I'd like to see you and to apply all of this machinery to the case studies you will develop. To the last workshop, we have been close to the theater from the audience point of view. The proscenium, the orchestra pit, the audience seats and balconies, decoration, and many, many more. Now we will be at the backstage where the stage designer will work. We'll be close to the means, to the machinery a theater like an organized entity can offer to the stage designer to work and bring her inspiration come to life. Well, because stage designer must make a reality from scratch, must make her imagination real, must make a reality for the actors, and the actors will make the reality for the audience. Well, the machinery are too many. How many, if somebody will ask? So many as the imagination of the stage designers through the ages put on stage and add to the theater experience. Traditional theater machinery encompasses a variety of mechanical system and equipment used in stage production to facilitate scenes changes, create special effect, and enhance the overall theatrical experience. So today we will see the flag system. which are fundamental components of traditional theater machinery. It consists of a network of ropes, pulleys, counterweights, and rigging equipments installed above the stage. We will see also the trapdoors and elevators, also known as stage traps or star traps, which are mechanisms installed in the stage floor to allow performers or props to enter or exit from below. Winches and hoists, which are mechanical devices used to lift or lower heavy objects such as lighting fixtures, props, or scenic elements. They may be operated manually or powered by electric motors, depending on size and complexity of the theater's rigging system. Also, curtain controls. Traditional theater typically feature various types of curtains and draperies controlled by mechanical systems or motorized tracks. These curtains includes the main curtain, named also as house curtain, act curtain, grand draps, traveler curtain, and backdrop curtains. Curtains control allow stagehands to open, close, raise, or lower curtains as needed to create scene transitions, conceal set changes, or adjust the stage environment. We will leave for the next meeting the turntable and the revolves. It is a very significant instrument and machine on the stage, and we have to see it in detail. Turntables, what is this? Turntables and revolves are rotating platform on the floor built into the stage floor. They allow sections of stage to rotate, enabling smooth scene changes or dynamic staging effect. Turntables can be used to reveal and conceal different parts of the set, create visual illusion, or enhance choreography in musicals and dance performances. Scenic automation systems are computerized controls to automate the movement of scenery and stage elements. They can synchronize the motion of multiple scenic elements, create complex scenic transformation, and execute precise choreography for dynamic staging effect. Scenic automation enhances the efficiency, safety, and creativity of stage production in traditional theater.
Excuse me, we cannot see. Okay, now we can see.
No, I know. No.
Okay.
It was only the video before. Finish the video, and you don't have anything. Now
Okay.
I changed the screen. Well, the backstage area, the mechanism, and first the flying systems on the roof of the theater. What is flying system? Is a series of ropes, pulleys, and counterweights used to raise and lower scenery, curtains, and other stage elements into and out of view. Out of view, I mean out of view of the audience. Scenery and backdrops are typically suspended from overhead beams or rigging systems, allowing them to be quickly and quietly flow in and out as needed during the scene changes. We will see in detail all of them. So above the stage, there is a space twice high as the audience can see, twice high of the stage. I mean, when a stage has something like 6 meters high, there are another 12 meters over them in order to include all these mechanisms and to hide the curtains, whatever it is, from the audience view. So above the stage, there are spaced twice as high as the audience can see, and the props hanging on the beams we saw are hidden in the ceiling and lower to the stage with a pulley and ropes when we want them. There is a gridiron. Well, above the stage, there is usually, we name it gridiron, which is a network of stills. You can see here a network of stills. All this down here. Of forming a grid like a structure. This gridiron serves as a support for the rigging equipments and provides a sturdy framework for hanging various components. Also, there is a counterweight system. Weight system. The primary mechanism of the fly system involves these counterweights. There are typically heavy metal weights, often made of iron or steel, which are attached to the opposite end of the rope or cables that are connected to the scenery, curtains, or other objects that need to be raised or lowered. By manipulating these counterweights, stagehands, the technicians, can control the movement of the object easily and smoothly. Now, ropes and pulleys play a crucial role in the operation of various theatrical elements, including curtains, scenery, and lighting fixtures. The ropes used in a theater are typically strong, durable cords made by material like hemp, the normal rope, nylon, plastic, or steel wire rope. These ropes are used to transmit force from the stagehand, from the technicians, to various elements being manipulated, such as curtain or scenery, or maybe lightings, light spots. They are often attached to counterweights or directly to objects being raised on the or the lowered. This is the pulleys. This is the ropes. Or also here is the pulleys. And here to the the sketch here, there is the weight. So we mean that when we want to go up and down or down, this thing which can hang on this light projectors, other scenery, grapes, curtains, whatever, the technician can do something from here with just a little power, because all the other power add by the counterweight. You will see a video in a while. Let's see. In the theater settings, pulleys are used to change the direction. This one to the direction of the ropes, allowing stagehands to control the movement of objects more easily. Pulleys are often mounted on grid above the stage or on ringing points around the theater, and they may be fixed in place or attached to movable trucks or trolleys to facilitate dynamic movements. Now, look at this video and you will understand what I mean.
we're going to learn how to safely raise and lower a batten.
You can hear the voice, okay? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
This is the
Yes.
counterweight. This is the rope. There is a pulley right here, but there is also up there. Look at this, how many counterweights he has in order to make these steel things heavy to go down or up.
You can see we have a lot of different line sets here at Maryvale. They have different things hung on them, curtains, lights, some of them are just empty pipes. So they're all going to weigh differently. And you can see today I'm going to lower.
Sorry, just to open a little bit the sound, because it is down now, the sound. No, it's okay, I think. Okay.
The first electric, and you can see everything should be clearly labeled, and that's going to be important later on for what you say when you're raising and lowering a batten. Now, you can see this is a lot of weight here because we have lights on it, we have a lot of electrical equipment on it, but with the counterweight system, the balance is going to allow us to do this pretty easily without having to be strong enough to actually lift all this weight. So always, 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 we're worried about safety. This is the most dangerous thing you can do in the theater, is lower one of these battens. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check and make sure no one is below the batten that I'm going to lower. And I can...
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
This is just straight over this way, so I can see no one is on the stage. Now, when we get further back in our line sets, some of them don't necessarily line up with the pulley system, with the rope. So once I've seen everything is clear, I have to shout out something to let everybody on stage know that I'm going to lower a batten. So I'm going to say first electric, and then I'm going to say coming in, but I'm going to use my outside voice. And then I'm going to wait for anybody that's on stage to say okay. That lets me know that they understand that something is going to be moving over their head. So I say, first electric, coming in.
Okay.
And I hear the okay. Now the next thing I do is I pull the hand line towards me and I take the rope lock off. And now with one hand here, I'm ready to pull that handbrake down. Now, this is the point where I want to still pay attention to what's going on here and what's going on the stage. I'm just going to hand over hand pull on this rope. It is a little hard to pull because it is so much weight, but you can see we're pretty balanced. It's not wanting to come crashing down. If I let it go, we're pretty even right now. So I'm going to just continue to pull hand over hand on the rope. And I'm watching it come down, make sure it's not hitting anything. And then when I get it to the height that I want, that I can work with it, I'm going to come back in, I'm going to put the handbrake back on, and I'm going to reattach the rope lock. I have to do this before I step out to work on my electric, because if I don't, and I take a light off, then this would become heavier and want to come crashing down.
Of course.
Now I've done what I needed to with the electric, and I'm ready to raise it back up. So it's the same process, but in reverse. I'm still gonna check, make sure no one is underneath the pipe, and I'm gonna say, first electric, only this time I'm gonna reverse it. Instead of saying coming in, I'm gonna say going out, but I'm still gonna wait for the okay. First electric, going out.
Okay.
Again, I take my rope lock off, I pull down my handbrake, only this time I'm pulling on the other rope. Now I don't want to pull up on this rope because if it's out of control, I don't really have any control of the line set. So I'm going to pull this out towards me, and what I don't want to do is I don't want to stick anything in here under all that weight that's coming down. That's why I'm going to pull this rope out. So I'm going to pull this down, and once I get enough of that cable coming up and over, it's going to go pretty easy. So then I can switch to this rope to make sure it doesn't come too fast. If it's not coming down, once I can reach it, I can go ahead and pull on the weight. What we don't want is we don't want this weight to come slamming down because it's dangerous. It shakes everything out there, something could fall off. And also with our lights, if it comes crashing down, that can affect our lamps inside. So I put my handbrake back up, put my rope block back on, and there you have it. You've safely lowered and raised a batten in the counterweight system.
So you can see that now this technician has a light on this iron stick there, but in a performance they can hang to many of them scenery, flaps to come down, and in a duration of 2-3 seconds, 5 seconds, they can change all this because they made very quickly in the dark to put it down and to open the lights again and see another situation on the stage. So yeah, another thing is the arbor. Is a platform located above the stage where the counterweights are stored. The arbor is equipped with pulleys through which the ropes or cable pass, allowing the counterweight to move up and down smoothly, as you saw to the video. The fly gallery is the area from which the stagehands, the technicians, run and fly system positioned near to the arbor. This is where the crew member handle the ropes, attach or detach scenery, and control the movement of the flying elements. So somebody can walk on the ceiling in order to fix something. Now, beneath the fly gallery, as I mentioned, there are one or more fly floors where the ropes or cables from the arbor are determined and where the technician manipulate them. These floors are typically equipped with rope locks and clips to secure the rope in place once the desired height is reached. On this floor, the technicians have access and work comfortable and safe with the electric auxiliary equipment. You saw before that the security on the stage, backstage, and all the other is very important, because there is many times that the one technician cannot see what is happening on stage. That's why they loud with what they are doing in order the other one to be ready and safe on this. Oh, okay. Another video. Just, yeah.
So here we are at the whiteboard. I've drawn a single purchase counterweight.
Now you will see, and he will explain to you how it is connected one and the other. Look at the drawing on this board, whiteboard.
Rigging system on the whiteboard. Obviously it's not to scale, but it will give you the idea of the components in the system and where they are located. So the first component I like to talk about is the batten. That's the one that the most people tend to interact with because it's the one that comes in over stage and we attach our lights, our scenery, our curtains to that. The batten is typically a piece of steel pipe spliced together with internal splices, and that's where we hang our load. And we've got a 600-pound load on our system here. The batten is then attached via the trim chains to the lift lines. Now the trim chains are pieces of chain that we use to help trim or level the batten to ensure that it is parallel to the stage floor, ideally. So then the trim chain is then attached to the lift line. The lift lines are typically 1/4-inch galvanized aircraft cable that we use as our lifting medium. So the lift lines go up to what is called the loft block. The loft blocks are located up in the fly loft directly over the battens, and their job is to take the lift lines from the battens and direct them over to the side of the stage. The lift lines come over and come across the head block. The job of the head block is to take all the lift lines and direct them down to the stage floor. The head block's going to have multiple grooves in it, one for each lift line in the system, plus one for the hand line, which we'll talk about in a little bit. After the lift lines come out of the head block, they're going to attach to the top of the arbor. Now the arbor is where we put the counterweight for our system in our counterweight rigging system. So in a single purchase counterweight rigging system, we need to have 1 pound of weight in the arbor for every pound of weight we have over stage. So if we look at this drawing, we've got our batten, that's going to have some inherent weight to it. So over here we have our pipe weight, and that's going to keep our system in balance when it's not loaded. We also have 600 pounds of weight out here over stage, so we've added 600 pounds of weight to our arbor. Now that our system's in balance, we need a way to move the arbor up and down. And the way we do this is via the hand line or the operating line. So the operating line ties to the top of the arbor, goes over the head block, comes all the way down to the stage floor, goes around the tension block, and attaches to the bottom of the arbor. Now, when we pull down on the closest part of the hand line, that is going to pull the arbor up. And when the arbor pulls up, the batten will come down or in. If we were to pull up on that rope, we're going to pull down on the bottom of the arbor, pulling the arbor towards the ground, causing the batten to move up. So the direction of motion in the hand line closest to you is going to be the same direction of motion of your batten. Now that we've got our hand line so that we can move our arbor up and down, therefore causing our scenery or lights to move up and down, we need a way to secure it into position. And that we do via the rope lock. The rope lock is a device that clamps onto the operating line to help hold it in position, and we can set various trims with that. The rope lock's only designed to hold the system up to about 50 pounds out of weight, so we don't want to rely on that rope lock for anything more than that.
Okay, that's the way that all these particular air elements connected and work together. So various elements of the stage set, such as backdrops, curtains, scenery, sometimes even actors or props, are attached to rigging lines that runs through pulley in the flying system. As you see, by raising or lowering the appropriate counterweights, these elements can be smoothly and precisely positioned above the stage, allowing for the seamless scene changes and dramatic effects. The flying system in a traditional theater is a sophisticated yet essential mechanism that enables the seamless execution of stage productions, facilitated rapid scene changes, and enhancing the overall theatrical experience for the audience always.
So here we are.
So now we will mention about the curtain in the traditional Italian stage theater. Even the main curtain is in a contemporary theater are cancelled. But we have to speak about that not only for the history and the evolution of the stage and the performances, but also for the mechanism which nowadays exists and make other works. Well, the main curtain, also known as a house curtain, is a large curtain that hangs at the front of the stage, separating it from the audience, sitting area and the orchestra pit, where exists orchestra pit. It is usually made of heavy fabric, such as velvet, or serve as a grand visual element, often adorned with ornate designs and embellishments. the main curtain is raised and lowered to mark the beginning and the end of the acts, all times, I mean, not now, or the scenes, as well as to conceal set changes or other behind-the-scene activities. In addition to the main curtain, proscenium theater often feature act curtains, also known as a grand drapé, grand drapes in English. These curtains are located behind the main curtain and can be used to further divide the stage into sections or to create additional visual effect. Act curtains may be made similar heavy fabric as the main curtain, or maybe of different material or color to suit the aesthetic of a particular production. There is also traveler curtains. Traveler curtains are curtains that can be drawn open or closed horizontally across the width of the stage. I mean, these one are the travel because can go where that's why they named traveler curtains, can open or close. You will see. I have a video after that, and you will understand what I mean. The traveler curtain operated by a system again of ropes or motorized tracks that allow them to be opened or closed quickly and quietly during the performance. A screen is a special type of curtain made of a thin, transparent, loosely woven fabric that becomes opaque when lit from the front of the stage, but be transparent when lit from behind. Screens are often used to create dramatic lighting effect or to simulate distant or ghostly scenes by selectively revealing or concealing objects of actors behind them. What else? Well, it's a backdrop curtain, are large painted canvases or not painted, or fabric panels that serve as the background scenery for a particular scenes of act. These curtains are typically hung behind the main stage element and may be raised or lowered along with the main curtain or flow in and out using the theater's flag system. Well, the backdrop, usually it is black. I mean, this one. This is the screen, or this is another, this kind of theater have a movable wall that separate the stage from the audience. This is because for safety reason, for in case of fire. So this wall came down. Many times it is from iron, very heavy, in order to separate one of them, or if one is in danger and burn, the other part to be safe. Now, I left the main curtain, this one, last because we have to see how it opened and closed better. The main curtain, also known as a house curtain, as I told you, is a prominent feature in traditional theaters, serving both practical and aesthetic purposes. Here's how the main curtain typically works in such settings. Look at this. It's typically constructed of heavy fabric, velvet, velour, and other comparable fabrics, which are chosen for their opulent of appearance and sound also, absorbing capabilities. Well, it is there is a capability about the sound and how isolated in order not to have echoes from the stage. It is frequently adorned with decorative elements and intricate patterns, which add to the overall grandeur of its presentation. The main curtain is suspended from a track system installed above the stage, typically located near the proscenium. The track may be motorized or manually operated, allowing the curtain to be open or closed or raised or lowered smoothly. In some theaters, the track system may include multiple tracks to accommodate different types of curtains or draperies. Is controlled by a system of ropes and pulleys like what we described before, and motorized, which is depending of the theater's rigging setup. The stagehands, the technicians, operates the curtain controls from the fly gallery, from up there, or other designated areas backstage. Motorized system offers the advantage of precise control and automate movements, while manual systems require physical exertion from the stage crew. Look at this video and you will understand what I mean very, very, very well.
I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about our stage curtains. I'm standing here in front of our grand main, which is one of the array of curtains that we have on our stage. Our grand main is a traveler, meaning that it opens from side to side instead of flying, which means that it goes up and down. Above our main curtain is our teaser. Above our stage and mid-stage is our second teaser, which hides the second row of lights. Immediately behind our main curtain are our first set of legs. Our legs are on tracks so they can move in or out to frame the stage, and they also can swivel to frame the stage in a different manner. Immediately behind our first set of legs
and open the stage
is our first traveler, another curtain that can extend
There's another one.
all the way across the stage. Behind our mid-stage traveler is our second set of legs, which can also move in and out and go side to side. Legs are also commonly referred to as tormentors because they do torment both the crew and the actors. Behind our second set of legs is our upstage traveler, which is the furthest back curtain that we normally use, with the exception of our cyclorama. We'll now open the traveler so that you can see the cyclorama.
The cyclorama, that's right.
The cyclorama is a seamless piece of blue material. It doesn't appear blue until you see some white against it. It's tinted just slightly and is often used to replicate a sky or to have stage lights bounced on it to make different colors. You can also project images onto it, as was done in our recent production of Elf. In addition to the cyclorama, we also have a dedicated motorized screen that comes down from a box in the ceiling. We've used it for civic events, for PowerPoint presentations, for dedicated movies like Hitchcocktober and the Manhattan Film Project. We also have one other type of drop that we hang, and that is scenic drops, which are drops that are painted with scenes. Those are typically rented and shipped into our theater before the shows within a week or two. They hang on these scenic drop rails, which we have up here. We're now above one of the stage exits and can see very clearly all of the rigging involved in our curtains. Our curtains here are dead hung from the ceiling. That is, they don't fly. We don't have a fly house above our stage where the curtains can go. So the curtains can only come off and go back on. They cannot go up and down. We do have some rails that we can lower to the ground for our scenic drapes to tie the drapes on instead of bringing them all up here in a genie lift and then hanging them while they're already in the sky. This is one of our legs. We talked earlier about how they can spin and move. You can see very clearly how they spin and also how they move. You can also see behind it our traveler, and in front of it you can see our grand main. You can see by the tag that this curtain was made in 1999, as all of our curtains were. They were made by Tipping Scenic Studios. This particular curtain is 19 foot 6 inches long and it is 6 feet wide. This is one of our legs. All of our curtains are fire retardant. They're all treated with a fire retardant spray. We can also use some of our curtain systems to create special effects. You can see the cream colored bag in the middle of the stage. That bag was used to make it snow on stage by bringing it up and down and allowing the snow to fall through holes in the bag. You can see one of our scenic rails here being used for another special effect, using the pulleys and the very small ropes. These ropes here in my hand actually raise and lower that rail, which will allow us to bring it down to the ground to load it, as we talked about earlier. All of our traveling curtains are moved using ropes that pull the curtains in or out, which is on or off the stage. Our curtains are normally marked with spike marks, which you would align to a pre-positioned mark. These two orange marks are the out marks or off-stage marks for this curtain for one of our recent productions. These two black marks, when lined up, are the in marks or on-stage marks for the same curtain for that production. As mentioned in a previous video, the backstage crew wears headsets. The crew that runs the curtain also wears a headset and is cued by the stage manager when to open or close their respective curtains. The other members of the crew are also responsible for safety to make sure that we don't run into a piece of set or an actor with the curtains. Everybody has eyes on the curtains when they're moving.
Yes. So, now, I hope that together with video and what I mentioned before, you understand what is happening on the ceiling of the stage in order to have the materials on the stage we need for a performance, or if you want to make any illusion that the stage designer or the director wants from the performance. You have to understand that we are narrators. We narrate big, magnificent fairy tales on stage all together. Actors, directors, stage designer, and everything. With everything we do, even the technicians. And the lighting and the makeup and everything about this. So the fairy tales, the folk tales that we narrate, it has magic, and this magic must take with him, with it, the audience, and the audience to travel with us to other worlds, to other cities, to other situations. Now, from the ceiling of the stage, we will go to the floor and under the floor. Trapdoors and lifts. Trapdoors and lifts are hidden opening on the stage floor and allow performance, props, and scenic elements to appear or disappear, or to be elevated from below. Trapdoors are commonly used for dramatic entrances, exits, or special effects with smoke, with fog, with all this, while lift can be used to raise or lower platforms, set pieces, or, of course, and actors. Trapdoors and lifts have a long history in the theater. Dating back to ancient times, trapdoors were used in ancient Greek and Roman theater to facilitate the appearance and disappearance of gods, spirits, and other supernatural beings in the dramatic performance. We mentioned, you remember that? We mentioned several of them when we talk about the ancient theaters. I hope that you remember. Well, lifts, although less common in ancient theaters, became more prevalent in medieval and Renaissance theater production. First, a single trapdoor. What is this? Well, a single trapdoor is a simple opening in the stage floor and that allows performer or props to ascend from or descend into an underground chamber. Because if we have another 230 up of the over the ceiling, above the ceiling of the stage, as the audience can see the stage, we have probably 2 and 3 levels down of the stage. So this type of trapdoor is commonly used, as I told you, for dramatic entrances. Also, the double trapdoor, it is consists of 2 sections that can be opened independently or together. This allows for more, how can I say, complex entrances and exits, as well as possibility of having multiple performance or props emerge simultaneously from different location on stage. There is also hydraulic lifts, use hydraulic power to raise or lower platforms, set pieces, or actors on stage. Hydraulic lifts are often used for larger, heavier objects or for smooth and controlled movement of scenic elements during scene changes. Or a scissor lift. Scissor lift is what you can see here to the image. Use a series of interconnected scissor-like arms to raise or lower platforms vertically. Scissor lifts are versatile and can be used for a wide range of application, from elevated performers for dramatic entrances to lift set pieces for scene changes. There is another trap, which is the star trap. And look at this. What is the star trap? No, sorry, it's not a star trap. We will see the star trap in a while. This is the simple trapdoor. This is the star trap. The star trap, also known as a trapdoor or stage trap, is a mechanism commonly used in theaters to create the illusion of actors, mostly about actors or objects, okay, but it is for special effect for actors, the appearance of the actor or disappearing from the stage floor. It consists of a removable section of the stage floor. As you can see here, it is like a star. That's why the name is star drops. It consists of removable section of the stage floor, typically covered with trapdoor or panel that blends seamlessly with the surrounding flooring when closed. The star trap mechanism allows performers or props to enter or exit the stage from below, often for dramatic affair or to facilitate quick scene changes. It can be operated manually by the technicians, by stagehands, or automatically using hydraulic or mechanical system, depending on the specific design and requirements of the theater. It is the simplest form. A star trap may consist of a single opening in the stage floor, but more elaborate design may feature multiple trapdoors arranged in different configuration to accommodate various stage needs. Some theaters also incorporate lifts or elevators beneath the stage floor to raise or lower performers or objects into position, adding another layer of versatility to the star trap mechanism. Look at this video and how it works. We are on the stage now, huh? Now under the stage. Somebody wait. And like this. What is happening downstairs? Look at this. In slow motion. Okay. So now you will see another video, which is
Like
all
Deus Ex
this.
Machina.
Excuse me.
Sorry,
Somebody-
it
Yes?
reminds me like Deus Ex Machina.
That's right. That's right. Yes, Deus Ex Machina. It is from above the stage, but it is an extension of all that mechanism here in the Renaissance and the Central Theater, the Italian Stage Theater. That's right. Yes. Now, it is amazing what the technicians, the people of the theater through the ages find and establish under the stage or over the stage. Look at this video.
The real fascination is the extraordinary and unique machinery underneath the stage, geared to produce any number of marvellous effects with a series of traps, and they're all in working order. Here's how the three basic traps at the front of the stage work.
Look.
Well, this is the grave trap at the front centre of the stage, and it actually takes quite a team of people to operate all this machinery. And indeed, below me now are four blokes ready to take me down into the grave.
Into the grave, huh? Look what's happening under the floor.
The theatre staff have agreed to do a few demonstrations for me, and a whole team has arrived to put the traps through their paces. Well, when all the traps are working, the effect is really quite spectacular. And we're going to stage for you now a special event with four of the traps working from the back of the stage. We're going to see reeds rising up out of the depths, followed by some dancers. The shutters and platforms are made ready, and dancers from the Christine Wilde Theatre School take their positions for a bit of theatrical magic.
Ready?
Mhm. And the handsome is on the stage. Look how many people is under the stage.
Well, that was absolutely fantastic. I just love all these stage effects. But those traps are by no means everything that this stage can do. Well, the most spectacular trap of all was the Corsican trap, which was named after a play, The Corsican Brothers, written in the mid-1850s. Now, I won't attempt to explain the plot.
There is another trap, Corsican trap.
All you need to know is that it starred two brothers, two twins, one of whom was killed in a duel and who comes back to haunt the other. Now, when he reappears as a ghost, he doesn't come up on a conventional trap, he appears in the Corsican trap. And the way it worked was a roll-top piece of wood along the stage, just like this, and over there was a hole through which his head appeared. The whole stage rolls along, and he's on a little trolley underneath that gradually rises up. First of all, you see his head, and then his whole body is revealed until he gets to here. He can step off and touch his brother. It's a fantastic effect, especially when the lighting is right and there's mist, and it absolutely thrilled the audiences.
This is a model, a maquette.
Well, when the Corsican trap was invented in the beginning of the 19th century, dozens of theatres had it installed. But now, at the beginning of the 21st century, the only surviving one in the world is here in the Gaiety Theatre. And this amazing model shows us precisely how it worked. This shuttering is what we saw on the stage up above. And over there is the actor underneath the stage on the little platform waiting to appear. When the stage crew turn the great drum, his platform is pulled up, the shuttering moves along, and a miracle happens. Let's see. Well, before we actually demonstrate the trap, will you excuse me for just 2 seconds? Ta-da! I thought I should put the actual costume on, because after all, I was killed by a sword in a duel, and this is real blood. Well, all this amazing machinery under here reminds me for all the world of an 18th century sailing ship with all its ropes and block and tackle. And to operate it all, you need a group of 6 fine, strong men. And that's exactly what I've got today. So let's go to it. final preparations are made with the judicious use of a smoke machine, and I take my
Pause.
place on the platform, ready to be sent up to the stage above.
Trap standby.
Standing by.
Trap go.
Well, 6 persons in order to create one moment of a theater magic. We never lose in the theater world this unity that different performers, different professionals, different professions combined in order to make just one moment of magic, that just one moment of fantasy and imagination. So we saw all this. I hope that you understand, probably not all, but when I upload it to the drive, you can see it again. But all this, let's see another short video at the end from a performance who used all these mechanisms, not all, but anyway, many of them, in order to see not only the technical part, but also the aesthetic part of the machinery. The surprise, the suspense, the magic, the comic and the dramatic character machinery can give to the performance.
The real fascination.
This is a university performance, not professionals, I think. It is amateurs, probably students of theater department of Penn State University. But anyway, it is good for us.
Okay, elevator human test part 3. Test subject, James Rogers. Test, super speed. All right, down ladder. Sweet. All right, let's do that with the computer now.
Now, look at another thing that they find, spiral bookshelf. Look at this. A bookshelf who made a ladder, the stairs. In order to be together, the two lovers.
Stair test, rear view.
And now how it works. Look, 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 look. Now it's closed. Of course, it is electric with a motor. Make it. Okay. And now another thing, collapsing bookshelf. So that's for today. I think that I will give you, and for groups, some case studies, exercises, whatever, in order, and I will demand from you to describe or to paint or to show us how you can use 1, 2, 3 of these elements of these machines, of the curtains, the trapdoors, the flying system, and everything. I will find that I will give you, in order to have different exercises and not all the same, and different versions of the same thing. So do you want anything to ask, to comment, maybe to repeat, and to see something that you didn't understand very well?
Excuse me, because I don't know the reaction.
So, yes, Katerina, please a little bit louder.
Hear me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Hear me? Yeah?
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I just want to say that I'm so grateful I could take this course. It's really amazing because I'm not from the theater world. I'm a manager, but I'm really interested in this.
Okay.
It's really useful. And I'd like to ask for, because I missed the last class, can we get the video from the last class?
Yes, there is. There is the videos from the other workshops that we had. I will send it to you. Anybody else about the subject, about the thing that we discussed today?
Can you explain the beginning again? We weren't here. Some of us.
What beginning, Joanna?
Well, the first few minutes of presentation, we weren't there.
You want to repeat it?
Well, just the beginning, just the first few minutes.
Okay, just the beginning, just a moment, yeah. Yes, share. Well, this is the prologue. In a time lapse condition, just to change. I think that this is something like an opera. You can see everything we told you today, especially what is happening on the ceiling of the theater.
And will this be on YouTube?
Excuse me? Sorry? What? What did you ask? Excuse me.
Is this going to be on your YouTube channel?
It was, yes. I got it from YouTube in the frame of my research. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, there is. Well, after that we started. You didn't meet from the beginning of this section.
Can you repeat?
I'm asking something. Anyway, well, we spoke about the flying system of the theater, and we explained about the ropes, about the pulleys, about all the other material, the counterweight, and how it works. Yeah. So that's it for today. If you don't want anything else to ask, next time we will speak also about the machinery, but about the moving stage, and because this is also something very necessary for a stage designer in order to change the scenery quickly from one scene to the other.
Nicholas,
Okay, Ivana.
and about the homework?
The homework, yes, I will prepare it and I will send it to you. I haven't organized. Yes, I have something in my mind, but it's not organized yet.
Okay. That I would like to know what way should we do it?
It will be a short story that demands for you to make stage designing what needs to change scenery, to change the props, and to use the machinery that you saw today.
Okay, like drawing it.
But yes, I will be very happy if you're drawing it, and if you explain beside on the paper what is happening. And now you give me the opportunity to say that it's not necessary to be a good painter. For all the people that they are shy to paint something in bad drawing. No, it's not. It is not a problem.
Can understand
the drawing. It's just to understand what is happening on the stage, because the final result became from the actors, the director, the actors, the stage design, and all the other. It's not a painting which we will hang it on our house or to go to Louvre. Okay, and there is too many techniques to make something, to make a maquette, to make a model, in order the director or the technicians to understand what do you want. Okay, now for example, you want to make.
I have one question.
Just a moment. Yes, I will. For instance, maybe you want to draw a tree, and you are not a good painter. You take a paper like this, and you will make something like that with a scissor, and you will make. You can see this, and this is this is the main thing of a tree. Okay, you can see that, and then you can cut just a little pieces of of paper, and you can glue together and make a tree, and that's all. Well, it's not necessary to be Leonardo da Vinci in order to make a
In our
stage design.
perspective, in our perspective, what homework, I just drew trees, like just one stick and a circle on top. That's
Yeah.
a tree.
Yes, it is. It is. But a maquette and a model, when you give it to the stage designing or to the actors or to the technicians who will build it, it is also a sense. It is something that touched the aesthetic of all this, but the colors, the shape that they have, a tree or anything else, a house, a garden, a forest, what else? Well, whatever. It is a sense. This is more important, the sense, and not it's not very much important the how good painter you are, or when you make a construction about this.
Professor, we have a question about diplomas.
Yes, Mina. Mina, what is your surname, please? Because I have to know. You write this, and when I take absence and presence after the course, I don't know who you are.
An email about that, or about the personal information?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Okay, and we also have a question. Some of our fellow students are also interested in this class, but were not didn't register or sign up at the time that it was needed to be.
Excuse
And
me.
they're wondering.
Excuse me. I cannot understand you. There is too many voices and noises before. Okay, repeat it, please. Tell me what did you ask? Say it again, please, Mina.
Some of our fellow students, classmates, are
Yes.
also interested in participating in these classes, but were not fast enough to sign up when it was supposed to. So they are wondering if they can join in future classes that we have.
Yes, they can, but they have to register and to know, as I know about you, you register somewhere. Their mail, their name, and all this, and I cannot repeat again all the lesson that now we are to the fourth lesson. So we speak for many topics before, and I cannot repeat it. Or if they want, they are welcome, but they have to catch the thread from here and go on and continue.
Okay, we'll tell them, and we can share our notes with them because a few other persons from our class have been following your classes, so we can send them our notes, and they will mail you their names and their personal information so they can join.
Okay, tell me your second name, Mina. Mina?
Manojlovic. Manojlovic.
Manojlovic, okay. Please write all your name in order to have it. I'm speaking to all.
Okay, and that's for all of us. Like everybody
Yes,
should.
for all. Yeah, that's right. I know that Anna, what is the other name? The microphone. Your microphone, please.
Sorry, my last name is Dragic.
Dragic. Okay. Please write it in order to know who are you. And Anastasia, who is the...
It's Dražić.
Sorry, Dragic?
Da, yeah.
Dragic, okay. Why, we have two of them? Dragic or Dragic? And the other, Anastasia, you are? You have the same name with Anna?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's the same.
What is the second name of Anastasia?
It's like Dražić.
Dražić, okay.
Yes, yes.
Dražić, okay. Okay, thank you very much for today. Be well.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Să fac design.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.